Today on Global Geopolitical Pulse, the conversation around Iran, the United States, Israel, and the wider Middle East has taken another dramatic turn. In the last 24 hours alone, we have seen political reactions, military warnings, economic concerns, and diplomatic confusion unfolding almost simultaneously. The biggest development came today after Iran reportedly responded to the latest peace proposal connected to Washington. While the full details were not officially released, reports from regional media suggest that Tehran emphasized three key points: ending the active situation in the region, securing maritime trade routes, and postponing deeper nuclear discussions until things calm down. What makes this response important today is not just the message itself, but the timing. Iran appears determined to show that it will not respond under pressure or political deadlines imposed from abroad. Iranian officials have repeatedly insisted that negotiations cannot happen while threats continue in the background. At the same time today, Donald Trump made fresh comments during an American television appearance, claiming that Iran had already suffered major setbacks. However, he also suggested that operations could continue for weeks if additional targets were identified. Critics immediately questioned the contradiction between calling the situation finished while still discussing future military actions. The discussion became even more intense today after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stated that several strategic objectives involving Iran were still incomplete. He raised concerns about enriched uranium, missile systems, and regional groups supported by Tehran. Netanyahu also hinted that certain missions could still be carried out if necessary. Soon after those remarks, Trump posted another strong statement online today, accusing Iran of years of hostility toward the United States and promising that future responses would be far more aggressive if things continue to rise. This has put the nominal ceasefire at severe risk. Iranian military representatives answered with warnings of their own today. Around the same time, videos began circulating online claiming to show tense encounters between Iranian speedboats and American naval vessels in the Persian Gulf. While the exact circumstances remain disputed, the footage added even more pressure. But the military side is only one part of today's story. The economic impact is becoming impossible to ignore. American officials are now openly warning citizens today about the possibility of higher fuel prices due to instability surrounding the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil transit routes. Energy experts appearing on American television today admitted that uncertainty in the region could continue affecting fuel markets for weeks or even months. Airline groups and shipping analysts are also warning that transportation costs may rise globally if things remain unresolved across these critical arteries. Inside Washington today, another issue is beginning to alarm lawmakers. Senior American politicians are now questioning how deeply recent operations have affected U.S. military supplies. Senator Mark Kelly revealed that stockpiles of key defense systems and advanced ammunition have been heavily reduced. According to him, rebuilding may take years. That statement has triggered a wider debate inside the United States today about military readiness, especially regarding future events. Some analysts now wonder whether prolonged involvement in the Middle East could weaken America's ability to respond to crises elsewhere around the world. Meanwhile today, international allies are beginning to show signs of hesitation. Earlier reports suggested that Britain and France were considering stronger naval involvement, but after Iran issued direct warnings toward Western countries joining the situation, French President Emmanuel Macron appeared to quickly soften his position. During a public appearance in East Africa today, Macron clarified that France was not preparing immediate naval deployment into the Persian Gulf and emphasized that any long-term maritime solution would require broader regional consultation rather than direct military intervention. In Britain today, political pressure is also increasing. Members of parliament are expected to debate the government's position as divisions continue growing over the country's involvement in Middle Eastern affairs during this period of high instability. Elsewhere in the region today, reports from Lebanon describe more civilian suffering as families, emergency workers, and local communities continue facing the consequences of ongoing activity. The human cost continues to climb as diplomacy remains stalled. And perhaps the most emotional part of today's discussion centers around the tragedy in Minab. Reports continue circulating about teachers and schoolgirls who lost their lives during recent strikes connected to the situation. Their story is a heartbreaking reminder of the reality on the ground. Images and videos shared online have sparked outrage and heartbreak across many parts of the world today, with many people demanding accountability and an immediate reduction in violence. These stories have become a heartbreaking symbol of the high price being paid by the innocent. What we are witnessing now is no longer just a regional confrontation. It is becoming a global geopolitical crisis involving power, energy security, diplomacy, media narratives, and international alliances all at once. The entire system is under profound strain today. And the question today is simple. Are world leaders moving toward de-escalation, or are they drifting closer to a situation nobody can fully control? The coming days will decide the fate of this regional and global pulse. Thank you for joining us for this general discussion. We will continue to track the maritime arteries of trade and the shifting industrial landscape as events unfold. Stay informed, stay ahead. This is Global Geopolitical Pulse. We need your engagement to keep these briefings coming. What is your take on the Hormuz situation and today's diplomatic impasse? Comment now and let's get the discussion started. See you in the next Pulse.